Oi, fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn. Oh yeah.
He was there during the McCarthy trials. Like, he was a tool of McCarthy's Red Scare.
And I'm just thinking back to Watergate, and I remember in school I did a book report on Watergate, and I just recently reread a newer version, or a newer book, I should say, with updated information.
That's the first picture you see in the
Roy ever being mentioned in this. That's interesting. What'd you say, Tony?
That's why we go back and you go, why wasn't he mentioned? He was just there. He's just the...
Yeah.
If you watch the entire time, all he's doing is just whispering the entire time into McCarthy's ear. That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing the entire fucking time.
Mm-hmm. Look, he's listening with intent. Look at that shit.
This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And you see it in real time. Yeah. Just last week, they were at when Keg's Breath was at his hearing. They kept asking, who's this advisor that's in your thing that no one elected, but he's everywhere, and now you're trying to put him in places or something?
Yeah,
pretty much. It's
the same kind of thing. Don't talk about that person.
Yeah, like, he's the man behind the scenes.
Yep, and what's his name? Coe from The Family.
Well, I mean, he also, was teamed up with Reagan to remove the fairness doctrine. And Rupert Murdoch.
It's so easy to see now.
Yeah, because your ass is woke.
Oh, yeah, speaking of contradictions, so with the whole, billions that are going to the Jan 6ers, aren't they supposed to be Antifa? Didn't they say that was Antifa? Isn't that what I always heard from everybody, is that was Antifa?
Yeah, I saw that on the Discord, and that's 100% right.
Why did Trump pardon Antifa, and why is he paying Antifa?
Those are questions that need to be asked.
I agree.
Because this is just...
Because Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yeah. And fucking Merrick Garland. I hope that bitch called on the damn committee
I've got them
floor.
crashing out today. All over the internet. The only ones that are left are just the insulting ones.
Yeah.
You know why I hate Roy Cohn?
Why is that?
Because he argues like a frontier landlord swearing his termite-ridden shitbox is a cathedral while his floorboards are actively fucking surrendering beneath him. Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck that motherfucker.
Well, see, the thing is that his mentorship of Donald Trump wasn't just transactional. Like I said, it was ideological osmosis. He taught Trump the art of perpetual grievance, how to cry persecution while swinging the baton, and to paint every opponent as a conspirator who never once stopped pausing the assault. The duality, bully and victim, aggressor and martyr, became MAGA's catechism. The movement didn't just adopt Cohn's playbook, man. It metabolized it. Think about the rally chants. I mean, they echo all the tactics. Scream witch hunt while burning the village. Demand sympathy while denying mercy. Roy Cohn's ghost lurks in every tweet that frames cruelty as defiance. Every speech where the powerful posture as the persecuted. And the irony of all of it, man, His greatest pupil inherited all of his contradictions, but none of his restraint. Like where Roy Cohn would slither in back rooms, Trump blared his con on prime time. And the result? We have fucking politics where the strong play weak and the weak are crushed for sport. You know why I hate Roy Cohn?
Fuck that guy. Why you hate him?
Why is that?
Because
Why?
he treats contradiction like it just stumbled into town drunk, armed, and calling his mother a whore in front of the whole goddamn saloon. Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck that motherfucker.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Okay. So how early was he in cahoots with Trump?
70s.
I'll give you a good clue. In 77, he wrote the Ivana prenup.
Oh! The fucking,
Was he in New
it's like
York
a wagon
when
spoke,
Ivana
man.
Passed away?
It's like a wagon spoke. For real. Like, he was tied into everything. His philosophy is never about principles, it's about dominance disguised as survival. He refined the art of projecting vulnerability while executing brutality. And it's like a tactic that he honed during the Red Scare. You know what I mean? He helped send the Rosenbergs to the fucking electric chair, bro.
Mm-hmm. Gee, I wonder if it had anything to do with all those Nazis that came to Madison Square Garden, what, back in 1930s or 40s?
That right there and that I believe that was the rally that Fred Trump got arrested at. Now, don't quote me on that, but I'm really sure that was the rally that Fred Trump got arrested at.
I thought I remembered some type of connection.
Well, to Roy Cohn, weakness was a posture, a lever to pull when convenient. His genius lay in making persecution look like persecution, even as he welded the prosecutor's gavel. The duality became his signature. Basically, he would cry fairness while stacking the deck, you know. He'd frame every loss as theft and every win as a divine right. He's just a motherfucker. You know what I mean? When he took Trump under his wing in the 70s, he wasn't just teaching a brash developer how to stiff contractors, he was grafting his own worldview onto him. Like, the lessons that he taught him: sue first, claim bias later, attack relentlessly, then scream unfair when he's countered. And by the time that MAGA coalesced, his playbook was already written, man. Like, Roy Cohn's ghosts whispering in everyone's ear still. And the movement didn't just adopt his tactics, it elevated them to sacrament. You know why I hate Roy Cohn?
Why?
Because the man used denial like a desperate saloon owner repainting smoke damage while the whole bastard building's still burning to the fucking ground. Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Is anybody that has a semblance of morality, I mean, how can you just not be repulsed by the slime bucket of a person? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that enough people understand the honest to God influence that he's had over every aspect of modern politics as we speak, all the way from Trump to Nigel Farage to Viktor Orban to Vladimir Putin. It's all the exact same playbook, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. The rallies, the tweets, all the performative rage, they were all catechisms in Roy Cohn's Church of Perpetual Victimhood, where Roy Cohn operated in the shadows, MAGA blared his gospel through megaphones. And the result, well, you got a fucking political landscape where every accusation's a confession. Every cry of they're attacking us is a prelude to another goddamn strike. And Roy Cohn's legacy isn't just a strategy, it's an ecosystem where bullies breed by pretending to bleed. And I think that, like, the arc of Roy Cohn's influence, it bends towards a paradox. How to weaponize fragility into, I don't know, an unassailable fortress, basically. Basically, it was a world where every defeat could be spun as sabotage, you know, just all whiny. And it's just something. He's the avatar for weak men. Every setback's a conspiracy. You know, like, he didn't just teach Trump to play the victim. He taught him to weaponize victimhood as both a shield and a spear. And the blueprint's fucking simple. Strike first, then frame retaliation as oppression. There's a great quote that says, "It wasn't mere strategy, it was alchemy. Cohn transformed cowardice into aggression, bullying into righteous defiance." That quote just completely lays it out, man. And like I said, now I'm this main thing I'm thinking about is not just Chud the Builder, but also, you know, like, this whole J6 business. These people are on camera.
Donald Trump, in my opinion, is a one-man destruction team.
I mean, I get it. See, the thing is if you think about Chud the Builder, and I said, like, his goal is to control the frame, so when Chud gets cornered by reality, he doesn't step into it. He just builds around it fast, loud, and aggressively. He floods the space with certainty, and he reframes the story midair. Yeah, and the real deed pattern underneath all of it is not persuasion, not reversal, not dialogue, but pressure. Not the engagement of truth, but control of perception. Aggression becomes proof of righteousness, confidence becomes proof of correctness, and refusal to concede becomes strength. You know what I mean? But I think, most importantly, what it really reveals is the dependence on performance. And that's where the Roy Cohn playbook becomes visible in his behavior. It's not just in his tone, but it's in his action. That reflex where the fastest way to survive a disagreement is to convert it into conflict, and the fastest way to win conflict is to redefine what's allowed to count as truth. No, I hate Roy Cohn.
I've been around people like that my whole life, being that I
and you
grew up outside New York City, and I always detested them.
Well, it's just so interesting that because that attitude was mainlined into Donald Trump's veins, he then was able to mainline that out through the news, like Fox and shit, into his base, which consistently always believed in perpetual
And The
victimhood.
Apprentice.
Yeah, The Apprentice. The 3 rules of Roy Cohn are right there in that trailer, you know what I mean?
Yep. Push, push, push.
Well, I genuinely thought that movie might have opened some people's eyes when it was time for the election, but we all saw how well that worked out. Cynthia says Cohn gained prominence during the Rosenberg trials in 1951. His methodology became cornerstone to the dirty weaponization of the justice system. That's absolutely correct. The Rosenbergs didn't have to get the death penalty, but he knew that, you know, he would get his name in the paper, basically. I mean, this is somebody that when he found out that he'd contracted AIDS, was purposely giving it to male sex workers in discos like Studio 54. Like, he was the main lawyer for Studio 54. There's even like a little mention of that in the 54 movie that stars Mike Myers. Like, by the time MAGA emerged, the DNA of Roy Cohn inside of it was unmistakable, and the movement didn't just mimic Cohn's playbook, it ritualized it. The rallies weren't just speeches, they're seances summoning up his ghost. Every chant, "lock her up," echoed Roy's Red Scare theatrics, and every tweet about fake news mirrored his habit of smearing facts as fiction. Where Roy Cohn operated in courtrooms and backroom deals, MAGA scaled his tactics to a national cult, and the result? Politics where victimhood is currency and the cruelty is the interest that it accrues, man.
I'm too honest of a person, and so it's so hard for me to understand how people can do this to other people.
Money, a dislike for yourself. That is a really big one.
Huh.
You know why I hate Roy Cohn?
Why?
Because Roy Cohn approaches accountability like a horse thief hearing church bells and suddenly deciding he's got urgent shit to do 3 counties away. Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Well, the ultimate irony is that Roy Cohn died disgraced and disbarred, but his ethos outlived him. Inside of MAGA, his contradictions found immortality. The bully who whines and the tyrant who claims tyranny. The victor insists he's vanquished. It's not a movement. It's Roy Cohn's afterlife. It's the exact personality of a WWE heel. You know what I mean? Where it's he's the victim, yet he's unstoppable. So I find that it's interesting just how much of his playbook is used internationally. Like, His legacy is a masterclass in psychological warfare where the rules were written in disappearing ink. His genius lay in understanding that power isn't just about dominance, it's about scripting the narrative so dominance looks like desperation. He didn't just win cases, he fucking wrote reality mid-trial, turning jurors into accomplices and facts into folklore. And when he took Trump under his wing in the 70s...
Was he born in the U.S.?
Yes, he was, in New York. And when Roy Cohn took Trump under his wing in the 70s, he wasn't teaching a real estate era how to negotiate. He was performing fucking open heart surgery on his worldview. Like, the lessons were surgical. If they call you a bully, scream libel. If you lose, cry fraud. If you're cornered, set the room on fire and blame the fire department. It wasn't fucking mentorship. It was metastasis.
Yeah.
And then by the time that MAGA had finally congealed into a fucking movement, Cohn's DNA had already replicated. I mean, think about it. The rallies weren't just political events. They were live-action reenactments of his playbook. Every lock her up chant was Cohn's Red Scare redux, and every tweet about rigged elections, it's fucking McCarthyite paranoia digitized. But the darkest part of it's where Cohn used these tactics to win court cases and MAGA weaponized them to dismantle democracy itself.
Right. That's what the scariest part for me is the judges just not being true to themselves or the Constitution.
Well, we know which ones are bought and paid off and which ones aren't. Well, I can't say that, honestly, because there's tons of judges that are getting paid off that we don't fucking know about. But not all of them, you know, collect Nazi China.
We think.
No, yeah, I hate Roy Cohn.
Yeah, why do you hate
Why?
Roy Cohn?
I hate Roy Cohn because he treats facts like bounty hunters carrying paperwork that was supposed to disappear in a ditch outside of fucking Dodge City. Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Just a disgusting personality. And the thorough line's grotesquely clear about all this. Like, Roy Cohn taught Trump that victimhood is leverage, and that Trump taught MAGA that leverage is everything. And the result's a movement that wears persecution like a crown while swinging a scepter of raw fucking power. Like, Roy Cohn's ghost doesn't just haunt his phenomenon, it designed the entire haunted house.
No wonder I was so scared all the time.
Well, he didn't invent the con, he industrialized it. It's like a philosophy, you know, forged in the furnace of mid-century America's id. A land where the Rosenbergs could be executed on circumstantial evidence and where McCarthy could smear without consequence. Where power wasn't just about winning, but about rewriting the rules of the game itself. And Roy Cohn's brilliance laid in the understanding that the victim's cloak could armor the aggressor. He didn't just defend his clients, he weaponized their reputations as martyrs, turning every indictment into an inquisition and every fine into persecution. just the most
I know. I remember
sniveling
Trump
fucking
going after all the
personality.
people in New York. And
Well, when
You're
Trump
right,
met him in
sniveling.
'73, you know, he was facing racial discrimination lawsuits, and Roy Cohn didn't even see him as a defendant. He saw him as a protege ripe for indoctrination. Their bond wasn't legal. It was, I don't know, fucking alchemical. Cohn taught Trump that, you know, you can metastasize grievance into power, just never settle, never apologize, countersue for defamation, claim bias, even when the bias, quote unquote, was on your side. These weren't tactics, man. They were sacraments in Roy Cohn's liturgy of victim as weaponry dogma. And pretty much by the time that MAGA coalesced 4 decades later, the
so karma
blueprint-
got him with AIDS, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he, that's what he succumbed to. And the thing was, is him and Joseph McCarthy would literally persecute homosexuals. I'm not joking. And
I remember those days.
when he had actually, you know, gotten AIDS, he was so adamant about people not thinking he was gay or anything like that, that, you know, he kept saying he had cancer. And you can see in the final interviews with him where he's like, yeah, like, cancer is, and he was a weird dude, man. Like, he lived with his mama, and he had, like, his own bedroom still, like, that he had as a kid, and it was full, and I mean chock full, of stuffed frogs. Like, more frogs than a human
What?
needs to ever have.
Ew. Maybe he thought he was a
Were the
prince.
frogs gay?
They turned the friggin' frogs gay and put them in my room. Actually, that would probably be a bonus for Cohn. So
Yeah, they could lick his warts.
boo,
Cool
boo.
You don't have to lick the toad, they'll just lick the warts. Oh, yeah.
The thing was, is like, what grown-ass man has an entire room full of, like, stuff for... Apparently, Prince Andrew also is very, very particular about the way that his teddy bears are set up on his bed. So, like, he would freak out at any help that didn't do it right.
To Prince Andrew?
Yeah.
I wonder if he was flashing back to the little girls he fucked.
See, the thing is like, when you're royalty, you think that you can just treat people like shit. And it's like, my teddy bears are not what I want them to be. Someone's going to pay for this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, if you're a grown-ass man and you're that particular about your stuffies, maybe there's a reason for you to make an appointment with some help, because you might not be on a first name basis with reality. Well, the ultimate testament to Cohn's legacy, man, is that his
But
greatest...
I like what his brother did to him.
What's that?
Dumping all the manure next to his house where he lives, and it's a liquid manure because he wants to go back to nature.
I never heard about that, but my father did something like that to my cousin. he he totally borrowed one of the farmer from around where we lived. he backed up to the, because my cousin had this really long driveway, and he backed the back of the manure spreader up to the to his garage, and then fired off manure from each side and rode the entire driveway and just flung shit everywhere. And the best part was, by the time my cousin came home from work, because like he worked at the, he still works at the shop that his parents own. It's a Harley shop. And
Kept the dust down.
Oh, no. He had no idea about any of this because it was dark by the time he came home, drove up his driveway and got in the house and whatnot, you know what I mean? And he has this big, great Dane named Baxter.
Oh, no.
And he let Baxter out to piss. No, he let Baxter out to piss, right? And Baxter goes out and starts rolling and all that shit. And then my cousin doesn't know about this. So Baxter runs into the house, and like, before he even know, like, and he's just like, Baxter, what the fuck? What? You covered in shit. And he's like running after him to catch him, and he slips in the shit in the hall, and he falls. And then Baxter jumps up on his bed and starts rolling around.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Some people say that's God's plan.
Well, you know, the moment that you started talking about, the moment that you started talking about manure spreaders, I instantly that story.
That's an epic prank. That is great.
Yeah, he told me about that. It was pretty amazing.
He is charged.
It was shortly after that that his turtle, my cousin's turtle, his name was Herkimer. His ass was falling out, so he had to go to the veterinarian.
Chud the Builder.
And get, you know, Chud the Builder is getting worked in those like fucking holding cells, bro.
Oh
You
my
know
God.
it. That's why that eye close and head drop happened.
Yeah, and all I can hear is the Macho Man Randy Savage in his ear.
You ever take off your clothes and run backwards to a cornfield? Yeah, so he sent my cousin,
No, I have
he
not.
sent them like a greeting card because the turtle had to get ass surgery. Apparently, like his ass was looking like a wad of chewing gum, like hanging out, and and so my father wrote him a greeting card and it said, "Dear Herkimer, I heard that you had to get surgery. I hope that you recover quick. Here's $5. Buy some turtle pussy."
I didn't know turtles had
that's you
asses
on
that
that.
hung out.
Yeah, for real.
I didn't know they had
It
asses
looked like
at
a wad
all.
of chewing gum hanging out, bro. It was weird.
I'm just picturing Chud
Dude, he's
having surgery.
he is, as they say, having it.
And not his way.
Yeah, it's not Burger King.
He's getting the meat though. They found the beef. There's no question of where's the beef anymore.
The ultimate testament to Roy Cohn's legacy is greatest
Yeah.
pupil learned the art of crying victim while holding the knife. But the thing is that Trump forgot the old masters when restraint, and that's plausible deniability. Roy Cohn slithered, Trump bludgeoned. In that difference lies the tragedy. In a nation now marinating in the bile of Roy Cohn's ethos, where every bully wears a martyr's crown and every truth is just another conspiracy to be weaponized.
Cynthia saying there's some comments in chat, Skip.
Funny.
Oh, some chatty chats. What do we got? Yeah. Interesting. Someone go ahead and pop that open and give us a little summation.
Is that Tony's post?
And I think it was Cynthia's post. Did you know Roy Cohn once arranged a meeting between Newhouse and Senator Jesse Helms to redirect Jewish campaign donations from Helms's opponent to the senator himself, flipping the long-standing America First position into pro-Israel advocacy?
Interesting. I mean, he was known for being, the king of teaching everybody to collect compromise on people. He's who taught Roger Stone. So that's really interesting.
That was a nice thickening agent for your soup, Skip.
Excuse me. I made hamburger soup earlier. It's quite nice. You know why I hate Roy Cohn?
Why you hate that sumbitch?
Because Roy Cohn had the emotional warmth of a tax audit delivered by a man enjoying it a little too fucking much. That's why I hate Roy Cohn.
Sounds like a good reason.
We treat a morality like excess luggage.
The tax audits today, totally.
What's that? What's that?
Get rid of tax audits, the IRS tax audits.
Oh, yeah. Well, when a motherfucker, I don't know, he walks through politics the way acid walks through cloth, slowly, deliberately, and leaving holes everywhere afterward.
Kind of like Trump does with his diaper.
Oh, dear. I mean, the man had a smile of a man already planning how to deny whatever the fuck he just did 5 minutes earlier.
He wasn't in a smaller chair. He's just bigger and fatter, so he sunk further down.
Well, Cohn's legacy is it's the American id distilled into venomous serum, 1 part bluster and 2 parts paranoia, shaken with the fucking ice of calculated victimhood.
Ice.
Calculated victimhood.
Yeah, straight up, man. I mean, is a worldview where every loss could be laundered into martyrdom or every accusation flipped into a badge of persecution. I mean, think about it, bro. The formula is diabolical in its simplicity. Strike first, then frame the counterpunch as oppression. Think about it. To a rube, you know what that says? That says my personality, because that is their personality. Have you ever met a hick that can take a loss, whether it's Jan 6 or a fist fight?
Not.
Nah, they'll come back and slash your tires while you're sleeping.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'm packing me up the old Jesus stick. Give me a minute.
Let me grab the build, bitch, be cool. Well, like, it wasn't just strategy, it was existential, you know. Roy understood earlier that you know, most people in America, power wasn't about being right. It was about being loudest and claiming you've been wrong.
Yep.
I mean, let's take this back to the Rosenberg trial, where like facts mattered less than the actual theater of treason, and perfected it with McCarthy, like where the smear itself became the evidence. And by the time that he met Trump in the 70s, you know, like Trump was facing racial housing lawsuits, and Roy has recognized him as like fucking kindred spirit. Someone who'd rather torch the courtroom than lose the case.
I don't understand this. Fucking weasels, man. They all stick together and they fucking.
Speaking about weaseling,
They all got fucking genital warts.
They
Roy
all
Cohn
have
did-
genital warts.
but he didn't get it from the Korean War. How did he get his deferment?
Yeah.
He got his dad, because his dad was a powerful judge in New York.
Yeah.
Roy was appointed as a special assistant to the U.S. Attorney General in 1948.
Little chai boy. That's what he was.
So once the union draft started, he was cut.
He just tucked and run. Hiding under daddy's shadow.
Just like every spoiled rich boy.
Agreed. I don't know. I've never been one of those.
I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I don't know.
Neither have I.
I don't have
but
anything to counter that right
I
there,
can spot
Judy.
him a mile away.
Money is one of those things you'll never hear me say, you know, I just have too much of that shit.
I grew up in a town full of them.
Well, like, Roy's philosophy is never about fairness. It was a blueprint
There's
for
a
domination.
company called.
Oh, what was that?
Never mind.
No, go ahead. What were you
Never
saying?
mind. It wasn't to do with this. Sorry.
Ah, no worries. I was just saying that, you know, his philosophy is never about fairness. The blueprint for domination disguised as self-defense, and his genius lay in weaponizing the fragility, like turning every accusation into proof of persecution. That's where that whole Chud the Builder thing just falls smooth the fuck in, and you can see it. You know, every defeat into evidence of a rigged system. Like, when he took Trump under his wing in the 70s, he wasn't teaching him law. He was indoctrinating him into a worldview where power wasn't just about winning, about ensuring your opponents could never claim a clean victory.
Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't gone to look yet, but I'd like to see
I
the
think
result.
inbreeding has something to do
Georgia.
with it.
Texas today.
I mean, the man didn't argue to persuade people. He argued to exhaust them until reality itself started feeling negotiable.
Damn, I wish that were the truth.
I mean, is it a lie? Is the question.
Yeah.
I mean, when you carry yourself like a
Yeah,
man who
it
thought that
is.
empathy is a manufacturing defect, I mean, what do you expect?
Mm-mm-mm.
You see, like, the thing was is that his tactics were surgical. You sue before you're sued, smear before you're smeared, cry foul before the whistle blows. You know, I mean, like, he taught Trump that the truth was irrelevant, and what mattered was controlling the narrative. If you can paint yourself as the victim, you can just justify any aggression. If you can claim that the system is rigged, you can break every rule and still frame yourself as the righteous rebel. Like I said, dude, it's total heel behavior. And by the time the MAGA emerged, like, Cohn's playbook had already metastasized into cultural force, and the movement didn't just borrow his strategies, it fucking sanctified them, bro. Like I said, every rally a witch hunt was just Roy Cohn's McCarthyism repackaged for the digital age, and every tweet decrying fake news was his artist smearing inconvenient facts as conspiracy. The ultimate irony of all of it, bro. Roy Cohn died disgraced, but his legacy thrives in politics where the bullies wear a martyr's robes and cruelties are framed as courage, and the only sin is losing.
Was he a Catholic?
He had no religious preferences. I believe he did come from a Jewish family.
Yeah.
What did you say about him? Something to do with the Jewish?
No, there was a UE meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
Okay.
In that link.
Yeah.
About the UE.
Go ahead
eating
and
it.
pop that open and give us a
Yeah.
read.
Yeah, dude, you can get that. I'm packing Jesus sticks. I'm out of commission.
Unpacking Jesus sticks. You mean Tony's article?
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and give us a read, Tony.
all right, from the UE article, I was just reading that, going through it, and it was for the same. And there you go, from the UE from 2016. The late Roy Cohn, an unscrupulous New York lawyer and power broker, was Donald Trump's mentor for 13 years during his rise to celebrity status. Cohn helped shape the Trump we see today, and from him, Trump learned his signature tactics of attack: insult, manipulate the media, never back down. Never apologize or admit you were wrong. And when you have nothing to attack with, make stuff up. The relationship between Cohn and Trump has been the subject of articles and news media. His own career started in the early 50s when he rose to prominence as chief counsel to the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigation. Some government job. How do you get there already? Chaired by Senator Joseph McCarthy and bootlicking, right? And Republican of Wisconsin. And you see them matching already. I can't even finish this paragraph and not mention the same people we're seeing in government now. So McCarthy built his political career on the witch hunt against communists, suspected communists, and imagined communists, and other political nonconformists. Holy crap, that's now.
Yeah, they still use imagined communism. Or communist.
This is why we're here.
This is why I hate Roy Cohn, and so should you.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck him.
He is identified with the paranoia and repression of the 50s to the extent that the decade is often called the McCarthy era.
Absolutely hate him.
McCarthyism became a noun meaning unfair persecutions of political opponents. So, yeah, as we saw in the chat, and Dusty says he was the architect of McCarthyism, he was there for it, yes sir.
That's correct. And the funny thing was that they were gallivanting around having relations with each other and relations with other dudes about persecuting homosexuals. That's another reason I hate Roy Cohn, and so should you.
Do as I say.
Seems to be the Chud
As I
way.
say, not as I do.
Yeah. And one of the things he did was go after unions and people. So this article, if coming from union, is the United Electrical Radio Machine Workers of America. They just call themselves UE. And it is a Democratic national union representing workers in a wide variety. Anyways, what is less likely known about Cohn is that to a large degree he got his start attacking UE both with and without McCarthy. In the 1950s was a time when UE faced relentless efforts to destroy our union following the triumphs of labor in the huge post-war strike wave of 46. Big business counterattacked shortly after the conclusion of the big strike. GE CEO Charles Wilson declared that the country's problems could be summed up as Russia abroad, labor at home. And again, just more nationalism. The corporations decided to conflate those two problems and attack the labor movement, at least most militant unions, and disloyal to the United States and servants of the Soviet Union.
I mean, he's the motherfucker who, like I said, I mean, he literally made sure that the Rosenbergs got the death penalty just so he could get clout. You know, I mean, he spoke about destroying people at the same tone most men use discussing dry cleaning.
That's funny right there.
Nonchalant.
Just, you know, I mean, some people just get turned on by cruelty just because they hate themselves, you know what I mean?
I mean, I used to hate myself, so yeah.
Joan Jett hates herself for loving you.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about, like, Roy Cohn is that his philosophy wasn't just, it was a fucking grotesque ballet of contradictions where the dancers switch masks mid-pirouette, playing both aggressor and martyr with seamless hypocrisy. His was a world where every punch thrown could be rebranded as self-defense and where the bully's fist was always framed as the victim's trembling hand. And he didn't just win cases, he rigged the emotional jury of public perception. And he taught his proteges that power wasn't about being right, it was about being the loudest victim in the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, you know,
The loudest victim in the room is why we got caution signs on everything and warning signs.
Yeah, well, I mean, when he took Trump under his wing in the 70s, it was legal strategy they imparted. It was psychological jiu-jitsu. The lessons are perverse in their elegance, man. If you're caught lying, accuse the other side of fabrication, and if you're sued for discrimination, countersue for defamation. And if the facts are against you, just scream conspiracy till the facts themselves seem suspect. It's not law, it's performance art, where the script is, I don't know, flip guilt into grievance and accountability into oppression. Think about him with Jack Smith standing outside the courtroom the whole time. I'm being persecuted. They're after me. It's a witch hunt. Dude, like, fucking, it's just all the same thing.
Did you find the script of January 6th?
What's that?
Like, did you find the script for how January 6th was written? That's what it sounds like. Everybody's a victim of January 6th.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, see, the thing is with this whole them giving the Jan 6ers billions of dollars, it makes it so that we have paperwork for a RICO suit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. But like I said, I mean, I thought Antifa was the one that did the attack. So they're going to have to work on their messaging.
Yeah, they're going to have to get something right. All I know is I voted today.
Well, by the time that MAGA emerged, Roy Cohn's playbook had evolved from courtroom tactic into cultural scripture, and the movement didn't just adopt his methods, they deified them. Every time that they'd scream, "Lock her up," it was just Red Scare rhetoric repurposed for the age of viral outrage, and every tweet decrying fake news mirrored his habit of turning evidence into heresy. But the true horror of all of it, man, and where Roy Cohn used these tactics to win cases, MAGA weaponized them to erode the very concept of our shared reality. And the ultimate irony is that Roy Cohn died alone, disbarred and despised, but his greatest pupil turned his ethos, his mind frame, his dogma into a goddamn national religion where the altar is a Twitter feed and the sacrament's perpetual victimhood. Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck him. I hope the Undertaker played connects the dots with his genital warts.
Oh dear.
Needle and thread.
Well, in conclusion, today's episode, what survives, it isn't the argument. It's the method behind how the argument gets handled. And Chud the Builder's deeds show the method clearly by not seeking truth, but actively reshaping the conditions under which truth is allowed to exist in the conversation at all. And that's the Roy Cohn line running through it. It's not just persuasion, but reality as management through escalation. And once that becomes habitual, every disagreement just stops being a chance to clarify anything and becomes a battlefield over who gets to define what's real. And with that being said, stay sharp, stay honest, and don't confuse volume for victory. And as always, fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
That guy sucked.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Boy, fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.
Fuck Roy Cohn.